more attention. Where is this attention going to? What is this wanting more really telling me? Welcome back to Kio World, your soul podcast for inner peace. My name is Kristina, and I'm very grateful that you are the first time here in the podcast show or that we are meeting us here again. And today I want to speak with you about the power of today is enough, of having enough, of really coming back to gratitude on a daily basis, and of really knowing that being content in your life is a practice, it is a choice. And how can we live in the feeling of feeling fulfilled and content on a daily basis, right? So I will go with 3 steps today with you, and I will also share personal challenges I was going through, right? Like of believing on the other side is more, the grass is greener on the other side, and what really helped me to anchor myself in the present moment and to realize that there is actually nothing on the other side that will ever make me feel fulfilled if I do not realize that today I am enough. So, my goal today is that with this episode, you feel that you are not alone with the thoughts of sometimes maybe feeling incomplete or unfulfilled, or also if you struggle, for example, sometimes to find into gratitude, even if you know that there are a lot of things in your life you should be grateful for. And we will finish the episode today with a beautiful meditation, with a prayer that can really help you to see and acknowledge all the beautiful things that you are already surrounded by, and just being reminded and having this episode today as a mirror of what I am so sure you deep inside already know and your soul already knows. And sometimes it can be really good to be reminded of all these little things and of the things that are truly mattering in our life. So have a beautiful episode. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Allow the whole body to be relaxed. Release any tension. And just come back to observing your breath right now, how your breath is flowing in and out through the nose. And yes, leaning more back into your body or in your seat or in your shoes, in your feet, and enjoy our time together. The first step, letting life be incomplete. And I think that when we understand that our life is complete by being forever incomplete, right? That no matter what we do in our life, like we will die still with a to-do list, right? Like there will always be still something that could be done, right? Like our house could be more clean. We could always put another idea on our project. We could always improve our relationships. We could always have more, buy more, travel more, experience more, like no matter where we are, right? Like we as a soul are growing and evolving every single second and minute and hour and week and month and every year. And this is the fascinating thing that is not able to be grasped by our mind, that life is eternal and that your soul is eternal. And we do believe that our human experience is limited, which it is in a way, right? And maybe you believe that you will come back to this life in another human form or as a other part of consciousness, right? Like, for example, believing to be reincarnated, how we do in yoga, as something else, right? And no one of us knows, right? Even the people before us, the teachers, the masters, the seer, the mystics, the rishis, the yogis, everything what we do think those people knew or those people said, we at the end don't know, right? We didn't met them. We really don't know what they really meant with all their wisdom, right? So this is why we are here to make our own experience. And we need to understand that we can feel content in our life and happy and fulfilled when we realize that we will never be finished with anything, and that feeling complete is by understanding that nothing gets ever completed, right? And to understand that is to accept that part. So for me, and maybe you can resonate with that, I do believe that I always thought that I can come to the point where I will be finished with something. And don't get me wrong, there are things that we can finish, right? We spoke in the last episode about Santosha, about the purification, right? How we can purify mind, body, soul, our energetic space around us. And I shared with you guys that after years, I kind of completed almost of clearing my storage, of clearing like the storage on my mobile devices, on my phone, on my laptop, etc. And that I really felt so complete with the process, right? So complete. And I think, of course, there are steps we can complete, right? Like, for example, let's say we are signing up for a training, for example, right? Then, of course, we can complete this training, right? Like, we can complete some experiences. However, if we think that we can only feel fulfilled when we completed something, this is when we decide to postpone our happiness to a later stage. And what if at first you will never complete something that you are maybe in the moment working on, because maybe this is just not meant to be for you? Or what if, right, like at one stage in your life, you will not experience the completion of something because your life already ended, right? So do you choose today to say, all right, I am postponing my happiness if I, for example, will have a child with my partner, or if my partner and I, if we will move to this other country, or if we will get married, or if I finally start to create my project, or to change my life career, or if I finally start to lose weight, or if I'm looking like that, or if I, you know, do whatever is on your to-do list, on your manifestation list, which is amazing to have, right? But if you have these goals, it's amazing to have those goals and ideas. But if you make the decision, or if you say internally, okay, I have all these things on my vision board, but I will only be happy as soon as I reach those goals, then you waste every day and every present moment. So, what can help you is to really take off all the pressure you have, right? That you have by reaching those goals, and just seeing that you can be fulfilled even if you don't complete them. Because once you complete it, your goals, when your wishes came true, there will be another wish. And this is just how it continues. And what is the secret to all of this? What is the secret? And we will later come a little bit more into that. However, what is the secret? Like, where can you really learn to be content, right? Where can you really learn to be content? In yoga, we speak about Santosha, right? Today, we are in our 10-part series of the yamas and niyamas. These are the 10 paths of the yogic philosophy, 10 ways that are helping us to feel fulfilled inside. These are the 10 paths that are guiding us to enlightenment, to oneness. And the second niyama, Santosha, means contentment. And so, what is the secret of contentment? What is the secret of contentment? The secret of contentment is to be in the now and to realize the paradox of realizing that everything you feel, everything we all are going through, this is it. Like, this is life, right? Like, going through life and thinking back to your past and becoming nostalgic, right? Because you miss places and you miss people and you miss friendships and you miss a freedom that you maybe had when you were a teenager, and you postponed to going to school and didn't told your parents, and you were outside with your friends and you felt like a small criminal person, right? And you didn't worried about anything. You didn't worried about taking any responsibility on earning money or worrying about any bill, right? And just experiencing childhood. And how nostalgic can that make you, by also knowing that, wow, but even then, your teenage age or in your earlier childhood, there was maybe also already a worry, right? Or like feeling that you didn't belong to a friendship group, or that your teacher triggered you, or that you have been hurt, right? This is, anyways, how it was, for example, for me, like that. Like, if I think back to my childhood, I have very different memories. I have beautiful memories, and at the same time I have a very depth of how often I felt very alone and very misunderstood. And as I also was very bullied in my childhood, like, I never felt I belonged to any friends group or something. And yeah, so this is also a part of this experience that I have to it. And sometimes I'm just on a walk and I just think through life, and I think through really hard times that I went through, where I thought, will I ever make it through that? Will my life look forever like that? And at the same time, I always know that there was this deep knowing of knowing what is meant for me in my life, and the deep knowing of being, even in the darkest moments, protected, guided, hold, and still feeling a connection. And looking back to all of these experiences now, there is this deep, even longing for being back in them, right? Or thinking, wow, it was actually absolutely amazing. That moment where a person broke my heart and I thought my heart will break into pieces, right? Like, something magical was in that experience of being in bed and crying the whole night, like your eyes out, right? Or moments when I, whatever, didn't left my house or whatever it was, right? Like, in all those moments, or in all those moments where I was in nature and where I was with friends, and where it felt like the time stood still, and even this deep connection to so many people who, where I wish like the time would be back to be again connected to them. But then the deep inner knowing of, we grew apart, and how my life is today, it's meant to be. And at the same time, having a question in the mind of like, is it like that? Right? Like, just all these unknown questions are making us complete, right? So we can choose, and this is what yoga is teaching us. We can choose that in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of riding the waves, we are choosing contentment. We are choosing to accept that nothing is ever fully complete, that there is always, as I said at the beginning, a potential of having not everything spoken out in a relationship, right? Like, of maybe didn't share everything that is on your heart with everyone you want, right? And if we have the option to do that, it's also beautiful to do. But I'm sure that then there will be more you would love to share, right? So very often we are then coming into the feeling of feeling guilty, right? Of feeling guilty because we didn't complete that or we didn't finish that. And then this pressure in us arrives because we feel the pressure of we should do more or we should do something faster, because if we do this faster, then we finish this one thing and then we can start another thing. But just for you to know, like, there will always be something to do. This is the point that is always changing. What is always changing, what is always growing is everything on the outside, okay? Your outside reality will be always, like, in a way, a chaos, right? Like an organized chaos. You will always see so many things, opportunities, possibilities, experiences, good emotions, bad emotions, right? Even if there are no good or bad emotions, it's just emotions, it's wave of emotions, right? All of this will always be mirrored in the outer world. However, in your inner world, the only thing that stays always same, unchanging, always the same, is the present moment, is the now, is your truth, is, as we say in Kundalini Yoga, Sat Nam, truth is my identity. The truth, your identity, the present moment, the unchanging source is always there. And when we learn how to tap in to that, and when we accept and really open our eyes of understanding, all right, this will be forever like this. I will have never figured it out, right? There's also the illusion that when we are growing up and coming from childhood to teenage age to puberty to becoming a young adult, there is this mysterious thought of, oh, yeah, my parents should know better because if I'm an adult, I will have figured it out. I will not have any problems and all of that, right? Like, this is at least what I always thought. And then you grow up and you think, like, oh, I'm actually still the same person. Oh, like, I am. I am. It's like how it always was. This is me. Something inside of me is speaking. This voice, this thing inside of me that allows me now to listen, that allows me to speak, it always sounds same. It always comes from the same place, right? I'm seeing the world around me. I'm always seeing, right? No matter what I'm seeing, it comes from this same place. So where is this place? And why am I searching for the answer outside if the connection to the observer is always there? Like, it's here, right now, here, in this moment. And this is where we need to bring our attention to. So, the first point is letting life be incomplete. And the second is the recognition of always wanting more, right? So, these steps go actually hand in hand together. And the first thing that you can really do is to realize and check in with yourself. Do you feel that you have enough, or do you still realize that you want more? And maybe now, by reflecting back on the yamas and niyamas, and I warmly encourage you, if this is the first episode you tuned in, to listen also to the other ones, because now you maybe realize that more how complex they are and how interconnected they are, right? We spoke, for example, about aparigraha, like to detach yourself from things. And there we also spoke about letting go of material things, right? Like letting go of material things and living a easy, simple life. And this can be for people who are very much living in a material world and really feel that they want more, right? You have 5 jeans, or you have even 10 jeans, but then there's like out a new collection and then you want a other one, right? So no matter what you have, what kind of for a habit that you have with that, just check in with yourself. What would happen if you would just not get yourself that jeans, right? Like, what would change in your life? And really see which part in you are you trying to fill, like which void inside of yourself you are trying to fill by buying something, by doing more, right? Like by realizing that we want more, we are realizing at the same time, what are we filling? So we can bring the awareness back to the body and realize, okay, what am I actually trying to fill? Where is this void? And what happens if I maybe allow myself to lean into that void and to really see, okay, like what am I doing by that? Like, if what is if I want, for example, more attention? Where is this attention going to? Where, what is this wanting more really telling me, right? So the first thing is to really realize and to go through your life and to check in which areas do you want more. And by observing what you want more, it's a beautiful practice of self realization and of getting to know you better, right? And maybe you even want to do a completely practice out of it, right? Like take your journal out, or take a blank paper that you maybe can burn after, right? Or keep it and just write down. Write down everything that you want. Just write it down. I want more of this. I want more of that. I want more of this, right? And list everything, like the feelings you maybe would like to experience more, all the material things you would like to experience. And then just imagine that you have all of it now. It's delivered to you right now, like this. It's in front of you here. Beautiful. It's all there. And what do you do next? What's the next step? What's the vision beyond the vision? What is the dream beyond that dream, right? So, no matter where we arrive, we will be again where? Like, where will we be again? In the now. So, by finding out what is on your list and what do you want more, can you check in with your heart if this is really something that means something to you, that means really something to your soul? And can you maybe also acknowledge that what you want in your life, how important are the small steps, right? So by wanting more, amazing practice, which is also very in tune with the third and the last part, which I will speak with you about in a few moments, is that if we always have the now moment, so how can you make your day-to-day life more beautiful? What do you enjoy on a daily basis? What is really important for you? What makes you really connected to your body, to spirit, to the unknown, to the magic? And can you invite more of that in your day to day life so you experience it more in the now? Because if you, for example, let's say you have a goal of building your dream house. If the goal is to build your dream house, then normally, naturally, you should enjoy every single step that you are doing to build that dream house. And if you don't do that, then maybe this is the wrong path to the contentment that you are looking for. And by realizing that paradox, we are realizing, all right, this is never what will make me feel fully content. So, what can I change in the now to be more present and to fill this void with something else? And that brings me to the final part, to the gratitude, right? In your daily decisions, in your daily actions, is, for example, how do you start your day? From a yogic perspective, the yogic tools that we have and the yogic tools that help me in my life, that I use with the people I'm working with, and that helps also them in their life, right? Is, for example, the first step, right, in the morning of having time with yourself, of having a practice, right? Of just being with yourself without any other noise, by meditating, by breathing, by moving the body, by recharging your body through the sun, right? By activating this life force energy, by connecting to yourself through writing or by reading a book or listening to an inspiring podcast, right? So if you have a practice, right? A practice that connects you to source and perfectly like with the sunrise, then your day starts and you will feel more complete, right? Also, your natural dopamine will increase more natural, because like you are then also already so balanced in your system that you then look so forward of having your first morning drink, of having your tea or having your cacao or enjoying your coffee or whatever it is, right? Like really enjoying then these small things. And that's what I meant in the previous point, right? Like, what do you want more? Is this really counting, or what do you do on a daily basis, right? What do you do on a daily basis, right? Can you start to enjoy more the moment you are in your bathroom every day and you brush your teeth, right? Can you make your bathroom to a spa, right? Can you change the lighting? Can you put some nice plants in? Can you light incense in the morning when you wake up? Can you put some nice aroma smells in your home, right? For me personally, like smells are everything, right? Like they trigger so many feelings where I'm then coming into this nostalgic moments when I'm hearing a song, when I'm listening to music, right? So, what can you do that you feel already more content when you wake up, right? Like, can you in the evening already prepare your home? Can you already prepare what you maybe eat even tomorrow? Can you prepare your water bottle? Can you prepare what you wear in the morning to your practice, right? Like for me, there's no more beautiful feeling to wake up in the morning, to have my space organized, right? To get up, to put either my mantras on or to just stay in silence, to light my candle, to put my incense on, to cuddle my cats, to stay in the silence, knowing no one is awake, everyone is sleeping, even the birds are not awake right now. And knowing that I experience something also from the night, right? Like from the moment, oh, it's so nice to light a candle in the morning. It's different to light a candle when the sun is shining bright, right? So it has this mystical energy around it, right? And then everything is so silent and there's no rush. And this is the power of the morning practice. This is where we then have the ability to experience also gratitude if we are not rushing. If you rush the whole time, you can't be grateful. We cannot be grateful and fully see what is around us if you're just on the rush, right? Rushing and not being conscious and aware in the now moment. So for me, then my day starts and I'm doing then my morning drink. I'm preparing my cacao, like very, it's a very abundant thing to have your cacao. I heard once a facilitator where I was for a breathwork journey. She said, like, buying in today's world, especially in Dubai, cacao is like having gold. And yes, so my sister, she always brings me cacao from Germany when, yeah, or when friends are visiting me in Dubai. So coming back to really coming to your day-to-day choices, what do you do on a day-to-day basis, and which habits can you develop to feel also better on a day-to-day basic, right? So how can you improve your home? How can you arrange your home differently that also supports healthy habits, right? Maybe removing this TV, right? Like, why should you watch and waste your whole lifetime by watching other people's life or watching movies that are similar, right? And of course, it's amazing to have a movie night or to go to the cinema, but for that, you don't need a TV that is like on autopilot on, and then your relaxation just happens in front of the TV, right? So you really want to adjust your home that it supports your contentment in life. So making your bath looking like a spa, right? Like putting eucalyptus into the shower, having amazing natural products you look forward to use, right? I just have one soap, right? Very basic, right? And again, contentment, not having too much, aparigraha, not being attached to so many things. If I think back in my teenage age, oh my goodness, I had like free shampoos, free conditioner. I never finished any bottle of it. Everything was full of chemicals, like so many things. And yeah, like it's so much more easy to just have some few clothes, some things in the bathroom. Like these will never be the things that will really fulfill you, right? Less is more. And with less things at home, your awareness comes back then to the life that really matters in your life. And then you can also save time, save your energy, save your focus, save money, right? Money is energy, right? So just really becoming aware, like, where is your energy flowing? Where's your money flowing, right? Where do you spend your energy to? And then you just go through your life and you look, right? How can you support yourself by waking up in the morning, having things ready for you, like sitting down for your meditation or going out for a nice walk, and then really structuring your day and your life like this, are that you create space for things that are really so simple, but with things that are really fulfilling your heart. And it's also about like bringing the focus to all the things, the friendships, the relationships that you have. So where can you, for example, step out and call your friend, call your sister, call your family member, and make time for social time, make time for connection, and really looking, okay, what do I have already today, and how content and blessed can I be with what I have? Because if I'm not now content with what I have, I will always want more. I will always want more and will never be fully now in the present moment. And by really working on our gratitude, which at the end helps us with exactly that thing, right? Our gratitude helps us to see what for blessings do we had in our past or as in our now moment. What is surrounding you? What beautiful things do you have in your life? And if you think that you are a person that either has nothing to be grateful for, or that for you the gratitude practice is not working, it's not like that. Like, you need to train yourself to be grateful. A lot of people who are really grateful and who practice gratitude, they train themselves to be grateful because it's not something we are used to or with what we grow up, right? We are normally not training the muscle of focusing on all the good. We are growing up in a society that is programming us, of course, to news that are bad, right? Like, I mean, when I was a child, right, in which media or news that they said what for amazing things are happening in the world? It's only bad news, fear, fear, fear. So this is how we conditioned. So we need to condition ourselves out of this thinking and come to a thinking where we say like, okay, I'm shutting that out and I'm focusing on what I do have, right? Because of course, where our attention goes, the energy flows. And where we bring our attention to and our energy, these things are growing. So allow yourself to let your life be incomplete. Watch the parts where you think that you want more, write everything down, and then really look through your day and see what do you really enjoy and how can you train yourself to be more happy with all these little steps, right? Knowing that once you will reach your goals, or maybe not, but how can you enjoy more the journey, right? You are the journey. So, how can you enjoy the journey and life with all those waves and allow yourself to step by step train yourself on a day-to-day basis to focus on what you have and to use the tools that yoga is really giving you to start your day differently, to create more time where you can actually tap into fulfillment and, yeah, to create a day that you are really looking forward to live without being attached to any outcome. And for our final meditation, I just invite you, if you are at home, to make yourself comfortable, either coming to a seated position, a seating position, or you can just lie down. And if you are outside, if you're walking, if you're driving, then you can just receive the meditation or come back to the meditation another time. So allow yourself to close your eyes if you are at home and just connect more back to your breath. How you inhale and exhale through your nose. Releasing and relaxing the muscles in the body. Releasing and relaxing all the informations that you received in our today's episode. And releasing all the expectations you might have for the rest of your day, to the rest of your week, to the rest of your life. And then from here, bring the awareness fully to your heart center, to the chest, to the lungs, to your upper torso. Really bringing your awareness closer and closer to your heart space and breathing into the space. Long, deep inhalations and exhalations. And then from here, I invite you to speak out loud. I choose happiness. No matter what is happening on the outside, I choose happiness. I am the creator of my life, and I have the power to choose my thoughts. I have the power to create through my thoughts. I have the power and the gift to change my life through my creation. I release any thoughts, any emotions that are not serving me, any emotions of guilt, shame, fear of not feeling enough. And I know that I am a whole being, that I am complete, that I was complete, that I will be forever complete, and that I am complete. And I accept that the life around me will never be completed. I choose to accept that my life is an ongoing journey. And I deny any thought of thinking that I have to figure it out to reach anything, to finish anything, or to make anything perfect. My outer world will always be in movement, and my inner world is always still. Inside of me, I am fully content. And if I create space and more time in the outside, I will be able to connect with this fullness, with this wholeness inside of my heart. I choose to be grateful. I choose to be content. I choose to become, in each moment and every day, a new version of myself. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And then you can place your hands on your heart center. And maybe you want to bring the attention to things that you are really grateful for. A recent conversation that touched your heart. Maybe something happened where you have been really lucky. Maybe a very good meal, an amazing coffee, good news. There is something if you allow yourself to see it. And then you can take a deep breath in through the nose. And with the exhalation, whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and just bring some more movements into your body. Satnam, everybody. I hope you could be inspired today and take into your life and to hopefully see more in your life all the things that you can be grateful for. And I just want to reassure you that for me, it is still today a ongoing training, but I promise you that we can really train everything in our life. It's like a muscle, and to choose a life where you really think, okay, I let other people do what they want. I stay with myself. I also really choose to less overthink. Like, we can train that. We can train and change how we think, how we see the world. We can even literally change the thought patterns we are having. Even if we will maybe have always a more active mind, we can't change what we do think. When we really change from the inside, thoughts are changing. We will have different ideas. We will worry less about things that we maybe earlier in our life worried, right? So don't ever believe that life has to stay as it is. Your life can change every day. And the biggest thing for realizing that are step-by-step decisions, and also understanding that you can choose today to feel complete and to know that nothing around you is ever complete. And if you choose to accept that reality, you are not working against reality, and then your life will really feel different to you. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your practices, let me know if it's easy for you to be grateful, if you feel you're kind of born with that skill, or if you really needed to train it to yourself. And what are the activities that really help you in your life to stay connected to your heart? If you would have all the free time in your life, what would you really choose to do on a day-to-day basis? And if you have any questions, please let me know as well. And then we see us very soon here back in Kia World. Much love and namaste.